Do you need to choose between SharePoint and OneDrive? My name is Szymon Bochniak from Microsoft 365 at Work, and I will help you to choose which app to use, in your case, SharePoint or OneDrive. If you are watching this video, probably you are ahead of dilemma which application to use in Office 365, SharePoint or OneDrive. And this is the question that is very common, especially if you're starting with the Microsoft 365, because both applications are very similar, but at the same time there are differences that will move you from one to another. In this video I will try to help you to make a decision and select the application that will fit to your need. In some cases this will be SharePoint, in another case this will be OneDrive. So you can see already there's no one good answer, but I will try to help you to understand what is SharePoint, what is OneDrive, what are the key differences between them and factors that could move you from one application to another. If you will like this video, please leave the thumbs up. If you want to get the notifications about the new videos, please subscribe. So let's move to my screen and we will start from the checking what is the SharePoint, what is the OneDrive application, and what are the main differences between them from functionality perspective. At first step we will try to answer the question what is SharePoint, because this is also tell us more about main purpose behind this application and will give you better feeling when to select SharePoint in case of your business cases. First of all, you can see that SharePoint contains multiple SharePoint sites. So this is quite complex structure of the separated SharePoint spaces when you can manage your data. It could be intranet portal that is available for everyone, it could be collaboration team site behind Microsoft Teams, or just dedicated SharePoint space that will be used as a knowledge base or collaboration space for the department. Moreover, if you will move to the SharePoint site, you will see that you have there multiple ways of storing the data. First of all, you can build beautiful pages using web parts. So if you will edit that kind of structure, you have predefined components that you can use to build landing pages or pages that will contain the information. And this kind of page will be by design some kind of data storage. Moreover, if you will go to the SharePoint site content, you will see that you can have multiple document libraries. Document libraries will be something that you can use to store the documents, to build any kind of processes on top of that, and manage data, but focused on the files. So you can upload here files, pictures, videos, anything you want, and manage it this way. Another element that could be used to store the data in the SharePoint site will be something called list. This is some kind of Excel on steroids that allows you to manage the records. So you can build some kind of record data structure that allows you to contain the information, build forms, and also manage the process behind it. At the very beginning, you can see that there are multiple ways of storing the data in the SharePoint sites. Moreover, in most cases, this is the space where you sharing that data with others and also collaborate on top of that data on any level, on the page level, on the documents level, or on the list records level. Soon we will move to OneDrive and you will see that OneDrive will be focused on the documents part, but we will tell more about it there. One thing which I want you to remember is that the functionality behind document library, so the space where you can manage the documents hosted on SharePoint site, is more or less the same on the SharePoint and on the OneDrive. This is very short introduction to what SharePoint is in general. We will switch now to OneDrive and present what are the features behind the OneDrive itself. So we switch to OneDrive application in the Office 365 and immediately you can see that the layout of this app is something totally different. From your perspective, you will see your name here, information about your files, recent changes, possibility to share files and recycle bin. Moreover, the only element that is present in here is some kind of document library that is personalized for you. And if you will thinking about the main role of the OneDrive application in general, it is the management of the files, but focus on your personal usage. That's the reason you can sync your personal data like pictures, desktop files or documents from your Windows PC directly to OneDrive, plus you can upload any additional data directly in here. It could be the files connected with the YouTube account, about the blog, about anything else, but this is something that is dedicated for you. If you will remember any kind of past on-premise environments, this will be some kind of HVP drive mapped to your local PC when you can store your additional data. And this is exactly modern version of that hosted in the cloud. So this is the space where you can store your data and you have additional modern approach for that. So you can have modern approach to sharing, you have the possibility to manage the access, you have the version control, possibility to collaborate on that, and also sync that data to your local PC, to your mobile devices. As I previously said, this is also the functionality of the modern document libraries in the SharePoint Online, but the difference is this is dedicated space for you. And of course, you can share that data with your colleagues, you can ask them to jump in and collaborate with you on the files, but again, the main purpose behind it is working with the documents by yourself, with from time to time collaborations with others. And what is very important, you working here mostly on the documents, on the files you want to store in here. I believe you have now a little better understanding what are the key features and key reasons behind using SharePoint and OneDrive. At the same time, you can see OneDrive is very similar to the SharePoint document library. Still, right now I want to tell you how to do the selection, so how to select and decide when to use what in the area when you need to choose between SharePoint and OneDrive. First of all, you need to decide what kind of data do you want to store in your new cloud-based space. If you would focus on the documents only, OneDrive could fit into that expectations. But if you will need more, like any kind of pages or lists that will store the records and mix that data together, for sure SharePoint will be only solution that will address that. Moreover, if you will think about how to use that data, will you collaborate with other people or you will work on this data just by yourself? If this will be Excel file that you want to work on by yourself, select OneDrive. If you would like to share that data from time to time with your colleagues and get their input, also stay with the OneDrive solution. But if you will move to the space where this collaboration will be on the daily basis, then SharePoint will be better choice for that kind of business case. I want to highlight that the good thing is that you can move from one solution to another. So if you would like to start to build something in your organization and working on it just by yourself, and at some point you would need to share that with others, you can easily migrate that data to SharePoint Online using available features in there. and this is not a trouble at all. I want to also highlight two more factors that could impact your decision about selecting SharePoint or OneDrive, and this is something that you will need to check. What are the requirements and policies in your organization about storing and sharing the data? Many companies limit the possibility to share the data with the external users, and sometimes OneDrive is the only space when you can choose your data and send it to somebody outside of your organization. In such a case, this will limit your choices, but first check what is possible and what not in your specific organization. From technology perspective, SharePoint and OneDrive could support that, but your admins could limit that kind of functionality only to one application. Another thing that you should take into the consideration is what kind of data you will store in your cloud-based space. If you would like to store any kind of customer data, maybe validated data, there could be governance limitations about when to store that kind of types of the data. Many times, SharePoint is the only platform that is allowed in the organization to store data like this in the digital form. In such a case, there's no possibility, and you shouldn't try to move or to start to build something that will contain that type of data in the OneDrive. But in both cases, external sharing plus sensitive types of data, check inside your organization, maybe with your leader, maybe with security team, what is allowed and where it is possible to store that kind of data. If you are Office 365 admin, it's also good to think how to set up your organization in the area of these two things, because it's good to make that decisions at the very early stage of setting of your Microsoft 365 environment. So as you can see, there's no one good answer about when to use what, SharePoint versus OneDrive, but still there are good factors that could help you to make that decision. I hope that this video will help you to choose between SharePoint and OneDrive and select the right solution for you. Moreover, during the video I also linked additional videos on this channel that are focused on the very specific features I'm mentioning that you can use on your daily basis. Check them out and see what are the possibilities behind SharePoint, behind OneDrive, what are the functionalities about external sharing, permissions, data types, processes. This will also help you to have better understanding what is possible in Office 365 in general. I hope that this video will make your life easier in the area of selecting the right app, but still, if anything else will come up, just write the comment in the comment section and I will help you out to make the right choice. For now, thank you very much for watching and see you in the next video.